So now probably after the whole excitement, of campus life, now after you have gotten out of campus and you have your degree and now you want to get into the job market.
Yeah.
So how exactly did you end up to now where you are today?
So I secured an internship position at Kenya Times for 3 months. That was so exciting. It was now the heart of news. Nairobi's headquarters, and a lot of things are happening. A lot of press conferences, a lot of events, riots, protests. Of course, the headquarters of most ministries. So there are a lot of things happening. A lot of events, a lot of launches, and so forth. So it was so exciting because it was now the heartbeat of things happening. It's things moving fast. So when you land there, you must pick and move. It was now challenging. I thought I was, but at least that gave me a good platform to try my hand in media. My editor then, who gave me the position, or who was I was reporting to, he's Mr. Oyuga. He's of course moved elsewhere. He's Chris Oyuga, and other editors, several editors who I was reporting to. In a newsroom, you report to a couple of editors. So I reported to news editor. Of course, there was photo editor. So I reported to both of them. Mr. Sam Kirui was a photo editor. Chris Oyuga was a news editor. So lucky for me, I knew how to take pictures and news pictures then. But not still professional work. So I had to learn now on how to take now proper pictures in the field, practice of course. So I was given a couple of assignments, and I would deliver. I would take pictures and do a news story for that case. So send for an assignment. So when you come in the morning, you're given an assignment, you get a driver, and you go back and come back with a news item. And for me, I was lucky. I would deliver a news picture and a story, which was a plus for me. Although it was not working well with other photographers, even other journalists, because there are a team of photographers and a team of writers. So when you one man, you do you do both, you're in trouble with colleagues, of course. But still, it's challenging because when you're getting the best, you want to get the best shot. That is when you need to write the best. You need to get the best point or the story actually. We call it the story. Yes. Yeah, that's when you get the story. When you're getting the best, news photography is about getting the best action. If somebody is hungry and the story, the background of the story should demonstrate hunger or something, you should get that hunger. You should, news pictures, they should tell you stories. If it's happiness or you should capture the facial expression of people to tell stories. So when you're looking for that best shot, you may miss the story. When you miss the story, your paper goes down because you don't sell the following day because you miss the story. Then you are not in business. Then you will be troubled with.
Moving on to maybe what has been the highlight for you so far in your career? Probably if you've won awards.
Yeah.
Yes, tell us a bit about that.
In photojournalism, with consistency, I used to, with consistency, I developed a strong portfolio, and an opportunity arose back then at Nation. Deputy President and the President were being sent to. There were the allegations of the ICC. Yeah? You can recall the ICC cases. That was that preceded 2007-2008. An opportunity arose at the Daily Nation that they wanted a photographer to go and cover those proceedings at the ICC. That's in the Netherlands. Hague, Netherlands. So I was appointed earlier. There was earlier photo editors. There were 2 photo editors, William Oiri and for Daily Nation, yes. William Oiri and John Pereira. They had earlier covered, but now they wanted a photographer to cover. So I was lucky to be appointed to go and cover those proceedings. It went on for 2 months, continuous. So I was lucky to have been appointed to cover those proceedings. Actually, it was William Ruto who was on trial at the ICC. So I covered him. Then Westgate happened, and now it delayed the proceedings at The Hague. Ruto had to come back to Kenya to settle things during the Westgate terror attack. He had to come back, so that extended our stay in the Netherlands, and it was so exciting to even learn a lot of things, travel the world and all that. Of course, earlier I'd been given opportunities to Somalia to cover terror cell activities in Somalia, the Al-Shabaab. I traveled to Somalia, I traveled to Ethiopia, and across the country, northeastern part of the country, Mandera, traveled to Mandera, Mombasa, Wajir, and Turkana to cover a lot of things around terror activities in Kenya during that. You recall there were terror activities some time back in Kenya. So I was given those opportunities to travel a lot within the country and outside the country to do sightings. So that was exciting. Then you now master your game. You look at now the world.
So you would advise somebody to probably venture into freelance photography as opposed to being restricted to one organization?
Before you go to freelance, you must build yourself. For me, I had already learned the basics and moved to professional work. And now you want to produce content independently to people. First off, you must go to school, or you can learn photography and go back to school so that you build yourself. Because photography is a product that you must add value. Adding value means you can do story, you can do graphics, you can do small videos to back up photography. If you're a videographer, you do things that back up your videography career. If you're a writer, news writer, you do a small kind of photography, small kind of videography to build up whatever you do. So for me, I'm a pure photographer. I did a lot of things, do stories to build up my product. That's pictures, yeah? That's news pictures. That's what you build. Once you build that, you now go back to, you look for a media house to give you opportunities. Like for me, Kenya Times, People newspaper, Daily Nation gave me opportunities to learn how to deal with things, how to cover assignments, gave me opportunities to network, gave you even opportunities to use the facilities, the internet, the drivers. They pay you per diem to travel all over the world. They pay you a salary, of course. So you must be there to learn how systems work, how media operate. So you must learn that in a media house. So there's no you can become just a freelancer from nowhere. You must be in the field first. You do basics, professional work, and then you now build your brand. Once you build your brand, you can begin thinking of being a freelancer. Freelance demands a lot.
So probably something else that most people usually think about when it comes to careers is if there are employment opportunities. So probably for now freelance photography, or even before you get to now freelance, just for being a photographer, what are the opportunities that are available for me?
Commercial photography, you do billboard photography, billboard pictures, advertising pictures, that's commercial. But you must be the best in your game. You go and learn studio, how to take pictures in studio, how to compose pictures that that do marketing and all that. So still you must go back to class to learn marketing. I told you must go back to class. So you must go back to class to what is marketing first. Because if you want to be a commercial photographer, what are you taking? You take pictures of advertising and commercial. So you must go back to class and learn marketing or advertising so that you can take pictures around marketing and advertising. So you must have that strength of your background. You love pictures, yes, but you must go and study around things around your profession. Like for me, I studied things around, as a press photographer, I studied things around news, and that built me. If you are doing wildlife, what is wildlife? You first go back to class before coming and handling the equipment, because you can't just handle the equipment and just take nothing. You go back to class, learn environment, learn wildlife.
So probably as we wind up, what are the words of advice, for the next generation of young photographers who may be willing to venture into the same field that you are in today?
Learning is you empower yourself. You build your say your passion. You build it. You either go to school. You must learn things. You must learn things.